Want to master the VLOOKUP function in Excel? Let's dive in. VLOOKUP helps you find data in a table quickly and efficiently. In this video, we are going to look at how to use VLOOKUP function in Excel. The syntax for VLOOKUP is equal to VLOOKUP open bracket lookup value, comma, table array, comma, column index number, comma, range lookup. Close the bracket. Lookup value is nothing but the value that we are going to look for. Table array refers to a table or a range of cells that has the lookup value. Column index number refers to the column number that is the resultant column. Range lookup is an optional field. You can either have an exact match by using a 0 or false, or an approximate match by using 1 or true statement. Let's get into a table and see how to use a VLOOKUP to get the exact match. Let's use a VLOOKUP to find the salary range for the grade here. I have a mapping sheet which has the grade as well as the salary range. To do that, let us use the VLOOKUP function with exact match to get the result. For this purpose, I am going to use insert function to begin with for our easy understanding. You can click on this button insert function over here or use shift F3. When you click on it, the insert function dialog box opens and you can type VLOOKUP in the search function. Click go and you will see the VLOOKUP appearing in the list. Click OK and the function argument opens. Lookup value. As we did say, the value that we want to look for. Let's select A1. Instead of D3, you would see at grade. Since it is a power table, it uses the title, column title as the reference. Table array is the table or a cell range which has the result. Let's go to the mapping and make sure that the first column should always have the lookup value. In this case, it is column C. So we select from column C to column D. And column index number. We are more interested to see the second column, that is salary range. We are going to say 2 since this column C will always be 1 since that is where the table array starts. And lookup value. If you look at the lookup value description, it is a logical value. You could either say a 0 or a 1, which is a true or a false statement. Since we need a exact value, I'm going to use a 0, which is nothing but false. And the interesting part in the functional argument dialog box is, as you keep working on the formula or the function, you will see the values associated to the selection and you will also see the results over here. Click OK and you will have the range updated automatically. Let us rename this as salary range. Now we know how to use an exact match in the VLOOKUP function. Now what we are going to do is we are going to identify employee tenure. As of December 31st, 2023. To do this, let's write a formula. Let's convert this into a number. by pressing Ctrl Shift 1. This gives us the number of years that an employee has worked in this organization. Let's look at the grouping. Now we are going to use the approximate value to group employees based on their tenure. On the mapping sheet, I have the year as well as the grouping. Make sure the column H or the starting column is always sorted so that the value from the VLOOKUP gives you the correct result. Let's go to the grouping. Since that we already know how to write a VLOOKUP, let's directly write a VLOOKUP instead of using insert function. So in this case, the lookup value is my tenure, and comma, the table array is nothing but the year and the grouping table, comma, and I'm more interested on the grouping, which is the second column, and I am more interested in the approximate value. So I can say true or I can say 1. If you click enter, you will see the grouping is populated automatically. Now we know how to use an exact match and approximate match page to see how could we use a single VLOOKUP function to extract multiple values. Before that, let's try to understand the logic here. The employee name, job title, and email address are all available in this table. So the employee name, job title, and the email address. If you look at it, employee name is the second column and job title is the fourth column and email address is the seventh column. So it is 2, 4, and 7, the columns that we need to extract. Let's write a VLOOKUP here for an employee ID E020. So let's use a VLOOKUP formula equal to VLOOKUP. C2 has the value, comma, table. Let's select the table and comma. We want to choose all the 3 results. So let's use a match function to this. Match lookup value is gonna be all this 3, comma, lookup array. Let's select only the headers of this table and let us freeze that. Now let's use a comma to get the exact match and close the bracket. Now we have closed only the match function. However, the VLOOKUP function still is open at column index number. This match function is going to give us the column index number for those 3 data points, which is employee name, job title, and the email address. Now let's say comma, and we are more interested on the exact value. Click false and close the bracket. If you hit enter, you will see the names appearing automatically, the employee name, the job title, and the email address corresponding. If you change the employee ID, the data gets changed automatically. So you could use a match function to extract this information. For example, if we want to look at the employee's joining date, we could just take this and let's paste it over here, and on this VLOOKUP formula, let's make a change here. Instead of B5, we are going to extend the selection to B6 and then hit enter. You will see that the email address is got duplicated. Now we are going to change this to joining date. Now this is not in a date format. Let's use Ctrl Shift 3 to get the date format. This is how you could use a match function to get multiple values in a single VLOOKUP.